In this video, we are continuing to find gems from the Savoy Cocktail Book, one of my favorites and one that will be relevant to the cocktail world forever, ever, ever. An amazing place to start if you've never read a cocktail book before. We're finding recipes from the Savoy Cocktail Book that will be good to people who maybe never have tried a craft cocktail or a particular spirit. I truly think that gin is the brand ambassador of craft cocktails, and people think that they don't like it because they tried it when they were 7 years old and it tasted like Christmas trees. This drink right here, give it to someone who loves a Cosmo, give it to someone who likes a Moscow Mule, give it to somebody who likes an Orange Julius. This cocktail is meaning the most to me because it is called the Bronx, and the Boogie Down Bronx is one of my favorite boroughs in New York, and it is the birthplace of hip hop, and obviously hip hop runs our world, especially the world of the sophisticated. I really feel almost like an activist with this cocktail because there are many times that we craft people don't try to welcome folks in and we gatekeep. This right here is just such a crowd pleaser, and it's going to make people love 3 ingredients that they didn't have time for: gin, sweet vermouth, dry vermouth, and it gives us a use for orange juice in a cocktail besides a screwdriver. Little history of the Bronx. My experience of it came when I first read the Savoy Cocktail Book, and the ingredients just sounded to me like they would really work. I then did a gin seminar with Angus Winchester, who was Tanqueray's brand ambassador, and he showed me how sweetness works in cocktails by using a Bronx cocktail. This cocktail was an aha moment for me, and it made me really understand why the classics still reign supreme. I also think that this cocktail really kind of gets into the politics of flavor, sweetness and dryness. There's some gatekeeping around both of them. We think that we're sophisticated if we like dry cocktails, and people who like sweet cocktails are foolish. I learned from Angus Winchester that sugar in cocktails is like salt to food. You need it to taste the other flavors. We're gonna waste no time, we're gonna get right into it. So, what are we using for this cocktail? Dry vermouth. In the Savoy Cocktail Book, you won't find the word dry vermouth anywhere. It's gonna say French vermouth. And when they're talking about French vermouth, they're talking about white, dry vermouth that's made from white wine. The brand that is going to represent the style the best is called Ypres. And you'll find this referenced in a lot of novels from the 60s, and that just makes me happy. For our sweet vermouth, Vermouth di Torino. If you see Vermouth di Torino, you can buy with confidence. In the Savoy Cocktail Book, it doesn't say Vermouth di Torino, it doesn't say sweet vermouth, it doesn't say red vermouth. It says Italian vermouth. Traditionally, vermouth made from red wine is given provenance from Italy. Vermouth made from white wine is given provenance from France. So we need sweet vermouth, we need dry vermouth, we need fresh OJ. If ever a time fresh mattered, it is right now. You want to do this cocktail with fresh, just squeezed orange juice. And for our main, we've got gin. This is the type of stuff that when you tell someone you're gonna make them something from it, they're like, what the hell are you doing? But watch and enjoy. Let's get our juice squeezed here. Pro tip, the best way to squeeze oranges is to cut them in quarters. I don't need all this orange juice, but I'm a fat boy and I'm gonna drink this thing when I'm done. So we've got our orange juice. Now we're gonna be dignified and clean up a bit, and we're gonna do it with this beautiful flour sack towel from Nelson's Greenbrier. This thing is beautiful. This is not an ad, but this is advice. Get you one of these and drink some Nelson's Greenbrier. Shout out to my whiskey family. All right, so let's get our measurements. 1/2 ounce dry gin, 1/4 ounce French vermouth, 1/4 ounce Italian vermouth, and the juice of 1/4 orange. Okay, so we're gonna have to retool a little bit, but we do have a 1/4 orange here. Let me check my files and make sure that recipe is right, because that sounds a little wild. Okay, yeah, we're gonna do 2, half. Yeah. I believe I've converted my measurements properly, and we need to do an episode just on that, because in this book, it's got ratios, and I do my best to know how to add. It's 1/2 gin, 1/4 sweet vermouth, 1/4 dry vermouth, and 1/4, that doesn't make sense, and the juice of a 1/4 orange. So we got the 1/4 orange here. If our cocktail is gonna be 4 ounces in total, that would work for 2 ounces of gin. So if we did 1 ounce of gin, 1/2 half, half, quarter. That makes a little more sense. Okay, so we're gonna do 1 ounce gin. I should have listened to math class, y'all. It's embarrassing. Half ounce. Oh my God, so good. Please watch my video on vermouth. You think it's gross, it's not. Half. Juice of 1/4 orange. There we go. Did I put gin in? I think I did. I did, awesome. I know how to do stuff. How come it never says to shake a cocktail well? It tells you like the stuff that's in your refrigerator to shake well. So my advice to you, shake well. Now, I usually say I don't like to double strain cocktails because it's unnecessary. This may be one of those times because we've got lots of pulp here to double strain. These old cocktails are never big enough for the glass, and if you've ever done a cocktail menu, I know you feel my pain. The size of drinks, as well as the color of drinks, is always stressful. There's something a lot of us need to do better, and that's come up with garnishes. I think it's orange twist is a garnish for this, but we're gonna do a beautifully dehydrated honeyed orange because it's gonna look nice. Let's see. This right here, if you think you don't like gin, if you like vodka, if you like rum, if you like tequila, this right here for me is the perfect example of what mixology is. We took different components. Now that they're together, the whole is more than the sum of the parts. This dynamic duo right here, dry and sweet vermouth, is one of the most beautiful things you've ever tasted or haven't tasted because you're scared. Do not be scared. Go try some vermouth and do it at a bar that you know keeps their vermouth properly. If you don't know what that means, you should watch my video on vermouth. You should link to it right here. I'm gonna point, and I probably won't, I don't even know how to do this bullshit, but we'll find out. It'll be right here. This 1930 cocktail from the Savoy Cocktail Book is one of the most perfect things I have ever had. And I am so lucky to share it because it's gonna make people enjoy gin that normally wouldn't. The next time you're at a bar that knows how, get yourself a Bronx cocktail. If you're in Connecticut, I highly suggest in New Haven, head down to Elm City Social. After that, leave there, go to Anchor Spa. After that, head to the Owl Shop. Have a Pigu Club at Elm City Social. Have a Bronx at Anchor Spa, and end up with a nice cigar and a fat glass of Four Roses bourbon when you walk yourself into the Owl Shop. This right here is just a little bit of cultural and social currency that does more than satiates the palate. It connects us. Make sure to stay connected. As always, drink, eat, listen, and think. Be a part of the barrel age. Do all the stuff. Like the stuff. Share the stuff. Subscribe to the stuff. Tell me what you're drinking. Tell me what I got wrong. Tell me what I got right if you want to. I'm gonna get right to this right here. Cheers.